All right, welcome to the Jobu Houston podcast. Today we have comedian Trey Campbell. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Hello, world.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of your background, just give us an idea of who you are as a person.
I was born in June of 1995 to Kelly Homan and Bobby Campbell. My dad was significantly older than my mom. He was about 10 years older than her. So I was born in 1995, and because of my dad being so much older than my mom, I was blessed with the autism I got from that was from my mom and my dad being so far apart. So now here I am doing comedy, getting nuts, talking about being on the spectrum, fucking just loving life.
Is there any kind of scientific evidence to back that up?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's been talked about as one of the causes. It's one of the, I saw it on health.com.
Health.com.
Yeah, I saw it on health.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah, it was on health.com. Shout out to my friends over at health.com.
Does it have to do with because the DNA, that's the chromosomes are older? Or
yeah, I think so.
Because I always heard that it was, vaccines.
That could be too. I don't know. From what I think, the reason why a lot of people have that theory is that you're diagnosed with the tism around the same time you get your shots to go to school. So I
thought that you get the shots way before you go to school.
Yeah,
right?
but that's a good point. Damn, I read this on Wikipedia.
Well, I know that there's also the boosters at 2
Yeah.
years, and a lot of times that's when people start to develop their verbal skills.
Yeah. That's more or less what I read. I think when I was diagnosed was at 7, so I always just figured it was because I went to school and they told me I had autism. But I don't even think I have autism. I think I just have Asperger's.
Well, Asperger's is a form of autism, right?
They changed the name because the dude who it's named after was a Nazi. I shit you not. He was torturing kids. Dr. Hans Asperger is his name.
What do you think about that, Zach?
I think I heard something. I would zip my dick up the first day of school, so I should have hit pretty hard then. They knew already. They're man, he's there's something wrong with him. I didn't get to go to school because I zipped my dick up so hard. So yeah, I mean,
what movie was that?
Wait, did this happen?
It happened. It really did.
Really happened.
I still have the scar. It's crazy, man.
That
something about Mary.
Yeah, something about Mary. That's
but
what
dude, it was so bad. My dad laughed so fucking hard, and I was like, it was so horrible, man.
You something about married yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
It is.
God damn, what a sad life.
Yeah, it's been pretty sad, man. Now I work for the post office. Zip my dick up the first day of school. Fucking yeah.
So, not to make Nazis sound good,
right?
But there's been a lot of scientific advances because of Nazis.
That is true. These microphones we're talking into. That's what Kanye said. He invented a microphone as a Nazi.
Well, and then Werner von Braun, was the main guy at NASA too.
Yeah, the rockets.
Yeah, rockets.
He created those. He created rockets. You could think what you want, but we wouldn't have went to the moon if it wasn't for a Nazi, I guess, which is hard to think about because I'm sure a lot of people wish they were in the moon when they were around the Nazis.
Have you ever seen the movie All the Right Stuff?
Yeah, that's about the dude in Alabama, right? Or no? What's the one?
No. Okay, that's All the Right Moves. The Right Stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The guy who drives those cars in the desert that are go 400 miles an hour.
I think it's about them going to the moon.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So there's they're like watching the news, and it's like the Russians had just done something in space, and they're like, how did the Russians get this technology? And he's like, the same way we got it from the Germans. He's like, are their Germans better than our Germans? He's like, sir, I assure you, we have the best Germans.
Somebody's made a joke about that. I read that somewhere. I remember hearing that joke somewhere. That's
that's
funny.
a real thing. So like the only like Nazis that like weren't tried, that were higher up were scientists, and they had to come work for us. It was called Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's like, because when they were putting them through Ellis Island, like they would have a paperclip with their papers, their false papers.
Yeah, we had to know that they were Nazis, I guess. They put like an N on that piece of paper or something, or
It was a paperclip.
oh, to let them know that they were okay, that makes sense. So they got a paperclip on their shirt to let them know that they were Nazis.
They had a special paper clipped like to their papers.
Right, so they could get into the country.
Their portfolio.
Yeah, so that they could like know who they were. So it's like, imagine if your paper just dropped and you're like, and then you put a paper clip on it, and next thing you know, you're working at NASA.
That would be the funniest.
like no credentials to work at NASA at all.
Somebody should make a movie like that. That's it. I'm pitching the movie. It's gonna be called All the Wrong Stuff. And it's gonna be fucking Steve Carell trying to figure out how to make rockets fly.
I think that's called Space Force.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I watched it. I was like, I can't finish it. I didn't.
The new Beavis and Butthead movie or whatever.
Oh yeah, that also had space. I remember it was cool because they they land in Galveston, and it's like, oh, I know that place.
Beavis and Butthead are from Highlands.
Yeah.
Like that's their Highlands.
That's what they say. Yeah, the Highlands. What's his face? Mike Judge is from Dallas, Austin. He alternated, but they say Arlen is based off of Garland in Dallas.
Yeah, so I saw where they had like somebody on YouTube broke it down based on the episodes and like how far they were from certain things, and they figured that they had to have been like around Garland, Waco area.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I learned everything I know about Nazis first off of Indiana Jones. I remember that.
Was that Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I think they all had Nazis in them, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the one where they went to India.
Oh yeah, that's Hidden of the Legends.
The Doom Temple.
Hidden.
That's a show on Nickelodeon, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Great show. Loved it. Good. Take a step down.
I was actually talking about that show last night because someone had a mannequin with the shirt on it for the Green Monkeys.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember as a kid watching this and like seeing kids fail at this and be like, fucking loser. Yeah. And now I watch like NFL players like not catch a pass and I'm like fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like there's an amazing athlete that's spent his entire life like being so much better at everything sports related than me, and I'm just like eating potato chips, like brushing crumbs off. Like, oh, this fucking loser.
You just cost me $75.
You know what I get done with that? You fucking bastard. Oh, man.
I get mad at athletes.
Don't even get me started on fucking athletes, bro. Sports betting.
Fucking Nazis. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Dak Prescott, you Nazi.
You Nazi quarterback.
Hate Dak Prescott, man. I wish he would just...
Weren't you like a Cowboys fan until that game?
Yeah, I was like, that was the worst. That was like, I've been raped twice, and I guarantee you I would rather have that happen a third time than watch that again. Because at least it was over quicker. That was so
dark, dude. That was very dark, just out of nowhere.
But no, it's true. I would rather get raped again than watch that shit because it ended quickly. That game just was 60 minutes of it was torture. Felt like Amanda Smart in the tent. It was awful.
How do you think about like the kick? The kicker, they fucked the kicker over. They're like, he's never missed a kick all year. And here he goes. And he missed 2 in a row, whatever.
Oh yeah. Audrey or whatever his name is.
He's got
That literally happens to every fucking kicker. As soon as they're like, well, he's never missed from this distance. And then they just jinx him.
That happened to Gary Anderson on the Falcons. They were like up by like a touchdown and a field goal would have put him up with like a minute left, and he had made every kick and he missed it. And the Vikings got the ball back and went all the way down the field, scored, and then went to overtime. Or no, it was the Vikings. The Falcons tied the game, and the Vikings missed out on the Super Bowl because of it. Because of Gary
That was
Anderson.
the year that the Patriots came back to win?
No, I think that was the Broncos' last Super Bowl. The last Super Bowl before Peyton won. It was the 99, I think.
Elway's last year?
Yeah, they beat the Falcons, I think, 34-16 in that Super Bowl. Eugene Robinson was on the Falcons. He was banging a prostitute the night before and went to jail, got arrested, so he had to come back. He hadn't slept any and cost him the game. Cost the Falcons the game.
I heard that happened to the Bills a few times too. They were partying too
Yeah.
much before the Super Bowl.
One dude on the Raiders, he went to Tijuana like the morning of the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! No, I know that
Yeah.
guy. No, I know that guy.
Like personally?
Yes. So no. Okay. So I forget where he played at in college, but no. So I was hanging out at my friend Los Delirious' house with Bubba, and this dude was like, "Yeah, I think he played at Michigan."
He might have.
Yeah, I think he played at Michigan.
He was an O lineman.
Yeah,
He was good.
There was, maybe it was a center or guard. I gotta look this up because
Yeah.
no, that's crazy that you bring that up because like I swear like
Was it-
we were just hanging out and this dude was like, yeah, no, I played. I was like, I was so fucking high on cocaine
Yeah.
that I thought I'd already won the Super
They
Bowl.
thought the game was over. Yeah. And he went to Tijuana to get more cocaine.
Manti Te'o? No.
Yeah, his girlfriend was probably at that game, Manti Te'o.
Okay, his name is Barrett Glenn Robbins,
Yeah,
and he was
BGR.
he was a center for the Raiders. He played college football for TCU.
Oh, okay. So he's a horn frog.
But literally, I was hanging out, and like it was so funny because I was hanging out like at an after party,
Right.
and this dude just shows up and starts doing cocaine, and then tells us about how he missed the Super Bowl because he was so high on cocaine that he thought he had already won the Super Bowl, and he went to Tijuana to get more cocaine. And then, so like the next day, we went and we got some like day job, like pressing the button for like skeet, like a
really?
skeet shooting tournament. And he was like one of the guys doing it too. And I was like, bro, you played in the NFL for 9 years.
A perennial all pro. I think like a Pro Bowler too. I think he went to like 1 or 2.
Oh yeah, no, he
Was
was.
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Well, he thought.
he thought he was in the Super Bowl.
That's funny. A lot of people think that the coach Callahan, the coach of the Raiders, a lot of people think he threw that game on purpose because he was mad about he wanted to help Gruden get us another Super Bowl because that's who he was playing against was John Gruden.
Yeah, that was when the Bucks won, right?
Yeah, I think what's his face, Rich, who was the quarterback for the Raiders? It was Rich Gannon. I think he threw like 5 interceptions in that game.
Well, Warren Sapp was pressuring him so much because they had a backup center because their center was doing cocaine.
Tijuana doing cocaine.
Dude,
Oh my
that is
God.
so crazy that you brought that up because I've literally not thought about that like since that happened.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you said it, I was like, holy shit. No, wait, how do I know this story? And I was like, I met this guy. Like, I know this guy.
It's fun to trigger core memories of things, especially when you meet a football player that did cocaine in Tijuana and missed the Super Bowl that he thought he was already at.
Dude, so I was working at this smoke shop one time and this guy came in and I was wearing Tom Brady University of Michigan jersey, the number 10, the
10,
Orange
yeah.
Bowl one. And he goes, "Oh, you like Michigan?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm a diehard fan." And he's like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." And I showed him my tattoo, my Michigan M tattoo on my arm. And he's like, "That's cool." And then he went to his car and he came back and he had like a little Michigan helmet and like all this other Michigan stuff. And he started signing them all.
Really?
And I was like, "Who are you?" And he's like, I'm Tommy Hendricks. I played for the national championship team in '97.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, so you played with Tom Brady?" Because Tom Brady was the backup in '97, and I think Tommy Hendricks graduated like '98 or something like
Yeah.
that. So, like, he played with the national championship and Tom Brady, and he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Man, Tom Brady's like super cool." He's like, "He always answers my call."
That's
You know,
cool.
I was like, "Call him right now."
Yeah.
But yeah, super cool guy, and gave us a bunch of autographs and stuff. It's still on the mantle at my mom's house.
That's nice. What did he play? Tommy Houston. Was he like a defense?
Tommy Hendricks, he was
yeah.
a linebacker.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's fun. That's always fun to meet athletes. You know, a lot of them are really dumb.
Yeah, he was super cool, man.
Yeah.
And it's like just immediately like the love that he showed, because I imagined being in Houston, he doesn't see too
A
many
lot of
Michigan
yeah.
fans.
Maybe a few, but not too many. I'd say there's about 5,000 Michigan fans here in the city.
Which in the grand scheme of things isn't that many.
Yeah, because there's like 471 million people in this city. Yeah. Not a lot of people. I read that on maps.com that there are 471 million people that live in Houston. So shout out to the people.
You sure it wasn't health.com?
Yeah, no, it was maps.com. It said that.
All right. So you were recently on Kill Tony.
Correct.
So I was actually there with you that night.
You were. I forgot about that. No, I didn't forget. I remembered, but I remember you being there.
So what was hilarious was I actually, like, you were talking about, like, you're like, "Man, I'm faded, you know,
Yeah.
this and that." And I was like, "Watch, now your ass is going to get called and have to go up there faded as hell." And not even 3 seconds later, they called your name.
They were like, "Trey Campbell?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Damn, dude, you called it."
Well, there's like this thing. So every time I go, right? Every
Yeah.
single time I go, someone that I meet or someone that I went with gets called that night. And it's like, I'm just like, all right, when is it my turn?
Yeah, it eventually you feel like it's got to be your turn at some point, you know? I don't know how it works. I feel like there's some sort of system to get there, but I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. I'd like to think
I feel
not.
like it's like 60% actual pulls and like 40%
Yeah.
like setups. Like,
I think so too. I'd like to think that the majority, they always make it the majority pools, because what they do, like 6 or 7 pools a night.
yeah, roughly. I think.
Yeah. Like the thing is, I think it helps you if you get on the open mic.
Yeah, so I did a little digging into that. And so the people that, I don't know if this is true, but what I heard is that the people that get on the open mic get put in a separate bucket.
Yeah.
So you have like a 1 out of 15 chance compared to like 1 out of 400.
That would make sense. So if you get on the open mic, you gotta, you're in.
Yeah, your chances are much better.
Especially if you do good. Because I went up and did good. I
Yeah,
remember,
and so did Will.
Yeah. Will got passed at Mothership, apparently.
What do you mean?
He he can just go do 3 shows a month. at
Oh, yeah, no,
Mothership.
he's paid regular, I think that's what it is.
I know that because he told me, and he called me a circus clown. He was like, "I saw you get on Kill Tony. You're a circus clown now." I was like, yeah, I guess. Whatever that means.
I drove.
Yeah, I
that
remember
night,
you and
then-
Timely.
And then we came back the next week and he did 5 minutes or whatever. And then we came back the next week and he did 10 minutes and that's when he got passed.
He just kept doing minutes. Did he get on the open mics or was that on the crew show?
He got on the open mic the first time.
Yeah, because that's
And
3
then he
minutes.
came back and did the cruise show.
Yeah.
And then he came back and did the cruise show again.
That's my goal. If I go back and sign up for the open mic, I have a good feeling I'll get on, because if I just get on the open mic, that's good enough for me, you know.
Yeah, I would like to just get on that because
Yeah.
I never like I'm always the guy that drives everyone else
Yeah.
that gets on.
You don't have to drive everybody. Like I would stop doing that.
Well, I like they're my
Yeah,
friends. I don't
that's
mind.
true,
And plus,
yeah.
like driving for me is nothing because I was a professional driver.
Oh, you drove race cars?
No,
Oh,
no,
damn.
I was a hotshot driver.
That's cool though. Did you drive like a Fox, a Bobcat or whatever, or box Bobcat thing?
It's in the driveway. You
Oh
can
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah. I see that truck with the. I saw it. Yeah.
Man, he made Daniel Patrick retire. The bitch. I tell you what.
She sucked. She might have been one of the worst NASCAR drivers of all time.
She fucking owes me money. I bet on she fucked my bets up on NASCAR every
Well,
week.
that was really
Who
stupid.
bet on Danica Patrick? She's
no,
the worst.
No, I didn't bet on her. I bet against I bet on everybody else, but she come through and fucking cause a wreck. That bitch, all the time. It's
Those
horrible.
women drivers.
Danica Patrick, when she was racing Indy cars, was like really good. She could have been like really. She could have won the Indy 500, but she just went to NASCAR where all the money was, and it was a complete disaster. She was overmatched. She couldn't handle the cars, and she just was, irrelevant.
And she had a smelly vagina.
That's what I heard.
It smelled
Okay,
like the tar.
so I've got a story about a smelly vagina.
Me too.
So my cousin, who will remain nameless, he was in the military, and he joined the military right before 9/11. So there was this like MTV thing where like Kid Rock and Carson Daly and all these people went to go do like a USO show in Germany. And apparently he was like drinking with Carson Daly, and they were all getting wasted and stuff. And at the time, Carson Daly was dating Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Ooh,
And
big ears.
And he goes, man, I gotta know. He's like, what's it like banging Jennifer Love Hewitt? And from what my cousin said, that for all you people on the internet, I don't know if this is true.
Yeah, this
but
is
my
all speculation.
Yeah, but my cousin said that Carson Daly told him that Jennifer Love Hewitt had a stinky, stinky vagina.
Well, that happens. I mean, you got all those days on the shoot. You're sweating.
All those days on I Know What You Did Last Summer. No,
Yeah.
was that her?
I don't know what she was in. Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm thinking, is Jennifer Love Hewitt the girl with the big ears, or is that Jennifer Garner?
Jennifer Love Hewitt's the one with the big tits.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Garner just got the face like a horse.
I thought that was Sarah Jessica Parker.
Man, I love Jennifer Garner. Don't talk shit about Jennifer Garner. I've been watching those Capital One commercials. She's so pretty and nice. Don't
Yeah,
make
Jennifer. This is Jennifer Love Hewitt kind of has a little bit of an Amy Poehler vibe in this picture.
That's a terrible picture.
Yeah, it's not a good picture of her at all.
Look up.
She wasn't. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Look up Jennifer Love Hewitt and Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah, can't really. Yeah, it was Jennifer Garner and Affleck were banging it down for a while, right?
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was the second Benifer, I think.
he
it
was riding her like a horse.
God, remember when they combined the names? They don't do that enough anymore.
Benifer.
Yeah, remember Kemye?
No, I don't remember.
That was a good one.
Whitney and Bobby. What was that? Whit Bob? I don't know.
Bobney?
Is that real? Bobney.
Old Bobney.
Whitney Bobby. Whitney Bobby.
She's got 2 first names.
All right. So back to the Kill Tony thing. So has your life changed at all since you got on?
Yeah, a little bit. It hasn't changed in the way you think, but like the one thing that changed was, it came out on Christmas. So like I got like a boost of followers on Instagram, and then like it leveled off for a little bit, and then I would get like another wave of people following me, and then I saw like the reels, and then I would get like another boost of people follow, and then they'd start messaging me. And
so the first night that we went, we met Heath Cortez.
yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, he got the golden ticket.
Yeah.
And like, so I was following him from when we met the first time. And I think he had like 1,100 followers. And then like 3 days after the episode came on, he was at like 40,000. I was like, that's crazy.
Dude. He's getting like pictures of women's breasts from Australia. I wish I was getting that, but I haven't got that yet. Maybe I got to get back on there.
I think you got to get the golden ticket for that.
Yeah, that's golden ticket privilege. I thought I was going to at least get... I knew I was going to get on the secret show because like me and Red Band have sort of a friendship. Like I'll see Red Band and he'll be like, hey, buddy, how you doing? And he'll like dap me up and all that. But, you know.
He's like, hey, guy that kind of looks like me. What's going on?
A little bit.
I'm thinking of the other guy.
William Montgomery. That's my son. Yeah. I've been on Kill Tony before.
Back when it was at Vulcan, right?
Yeah, that was way more. I was way more drunk that day. Way more drunk. I was like Addy out, and I was on I was like drinking alcohol and on Adderall at the same time.
Didn't you talk about being on Adderall when you were on Kill Tony?
Yeah. I was probably looking. He was like, I think I found you in the street. What were you doing? And I was like, probably looking for Adderall. And he was all like, oh, you're an Adderall addict. I was like, yeah, I'm afraid so.
Turn the mic down just a little bit. There you go. All right, that's better. So Zach, what do you think about all that?
Fuck, I don't know. It's a lot, man. A lot to process. I'm just a lonely mailman. My ex-wife hates me. I don't know. Fuck.
So, if you ever got on Kill Tony, Zach, what would you say to Tony Hinchcliffe?
So I thought about the first time. I was like, the initial reaction was pull pants down, pull dick out, and fling it around. I don't know.
Great idea.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean,
I think Ari Shaffir did that.
Yeah, that's all Ari Shaffir does is pull his dick out. Yeah. I don't like Ari Shaffir all that much, honestly. I think he's funny.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's just bad to people.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like one of those guys where it's like, if you're friends with him, he's great.
Yeah, but if
otherwise,
drugs people and stuff. Man.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there about Ari, but you know, he's one of ours, so we gotta look after him. He's a comic, but I don't know. I'd been practicing that whole situation in my head since 2019. Like before I went up the first time. Like I knew I was just gonna be up there for like a short time, and I dropped my phone. I knew I was gonna be up there for like a short time. I wasn't gonna get an interview. So the first time I didn't really know what to do, so I just kind of acted like William. But the second time I was like, I'm gonna get a whole interview, and I know exactly what I'm gonna say. And I said about most of it.
Well, I've posted this, and I've also seen other people agree with it online on YouTube, and also like in the Kill Tony groups and stuff like that. You had the greatest comeback of all time that I've ever seen on any of the episodes. Like that, like when he asks if you're gay, and then you're like no, and he's like, well, you just talk like that, and you're like, you know how that is. And so when I saw that, I didn't even like think about it, like that was planned. I thought that it was just like off the cuff, just like, you know how it is. And then him having the reaction that he did made it seem like it was planned. But like now knowing that you had that entire conversation planned, like makes it even that much better.
Yeah, I kind of knew that he was going to make fun of my voice. So I was like, all right. He's gonna go after my voice because I've heard that my whole life. So I'm gonna hit him back, but I'm gonna make it subtle. And I'm gonna be like, I don't remember any of it. I didn't want to go off too hard on him. I didn't want to be like, hey, fuck you. Just like, I didn't want to be like, you're one to talk. But I was all like, you know how it is. You know how it is.
It was great. It was like it was the perfect like level of subtle.
The one thing I learned about comedy is, you know, the on-air light is always, either on or off. And if it's off, I just don't talk. But if the on-air light's on, then I'm gonna say what I need to say, and I know the time I need to say it. And when that light goes off, I just kind of go back into regular person mode.
So last night you did the secret show?
Correct.
How'd that go?
It was good. I did about 7 minutes. I did good. I did like one new joke. I was all like, yeah, so I was on Kill Tony. Any Kill Tony fans? And they're like, woo. And I was like, it's crazy. It's quite an adjustment. I've had to get used to a lot of things. I got noticed at Kroger the other day. This dude was like, hey, you were on Kill Tony. I was like, yeah. He's like, you were funny. I was like, thanks. Are you going to let me shoplift? That got a good reaction, but not the reaction I thought. But
Did he let you shoplift?
no, I wish he did. I was like, come on, man. I got like a 24 pack of Dr. Peppers. I just let
Those
me.
are so expensive, dude.
Yeah, just please, just give me this one.
Have you ever been in a place where somebody let you shoplift? Because I remember one time at the gas station by my parents' house when we lived in Humble, like I went in and like flirted with this girl that worked behind the counter, and she would just let me steal whatever I wanted. And I would steal the dumbest stuff, like this was like 2006, so like camera phones weren't that good. So I was stealing like disposable cameras.
Yeah, that's that's great though. I wish it was that easy.
Well, so I have an uncle, and he used to take me to like was it Water World or Splash Town or whatever, and we would like he never paid for anything. Like he would like walk up and see all the like the ticket takers, and he'd be like a lion, like looking, you know, and he's like that one, and he'd go up and he'd flirt with that one, and then like we'd get in for free, and I'd be like, oh, I'm hungry, and he'd be like, look at the different like
there's an art to it,
and he's
yeah.
like that one, and then like and we would just go to Splash Town and never have to pay for anything because my uncle would just flirt with twos.
It's like
I gotta try that.
It's like that's my bitch right there. Yeah.
Is that
That's
what movie is that?
I don't remember.
Where Adam Sandler's the football player, Waterboy.
Yeah.
Waterboy.
It's-
Oh yeah.
It's the kicker. It's like which one? Which one? Yeah, that's my bitch right there. The guy's all nervous.
Yeah. That's right.
That's cool though. I'm gonna try that on the way home. I'm gonna stop at like a random 7-Eleven and just start hitting on. If there's a dude, I'm leaving.
Go to the Circle K, like 4 blocks that way,
Yeah.
and there's like this really cute chick that works there.
So just start talking to her.
Yeah, I tried. It didn't work.
Works on dudes for me all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't even try. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. It's old ladies and guys. I don't even try, and they just give me stuff. I don't know. It's weird.
That's the best.
Yeah,
like when people give you things, it's like oh my god.
It's never hot ladies.
Yeah,
Never.
it's always-
It doesn't work like that for me. Never.
Someone-
Because hot ladies don't have to give things away for
No,
free.
yeah.
Zach.
Yeah, that's right. God damn it. Yeah.
That's a good point. They always get the things for free. You would think they'd have a surplus of things to give away, but they don't.
No, it's
They just keep
it's
everything.
called pretty privilege.
Yeah.
You've ever heard of this pretty
Yeah.
privilege? So like if you're just an attractive person, like people just go out of their way to do things for you.
Yeah, that's the life.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't know either.
Me neither, man. My face looks like an ass. Ugh.
People have to get to know me first to start and see how attractive I am.
Yeah, that's like I have some cousins in Virginia, and you know, we're friends on Facebook and all that. And one time they were like asking, they're like, "Man, how do you get all these like just beautiful women?" You know, and I was like, "What? A guy that looks like me can't date beautiful women?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, well, first of all, you guys live in Virginia, so the
Yeah.
population of attractive women is much higher here. I was like, second, like I had to work for that. It wasn't like I just like it just happened, you know. Like you have to put when you look like me, you have to put time in, you know.
Yeah,
Like you have to sweet talk.
It's not like you walk out on the porch in your underwear and then the lady's like, oh, fuck, I want to suck his dick. That never happens. They're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, all right, I guess so. My husband looks like shit. I might suck his dick today. I don't know it.
Zach, tell the story of the Chris Collinsworth video that you sent me.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I don't know. It was on the internet and I found it. Chris Collinsworth, he's a guy that probably likes to, back in the day, he was 25 back then. I don't know. The guy likes some ladies. You know what I mean? Like some young ones, it sounds like.
Fucking Chris Collinsworth. He did an interview on Monday Night Football, and he was like saying, he's like, yeah, it's like, I like the stupid ones because you can trick them. And then he's like, yeah, like 14 to 18-year-olds. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like they showed this on TV?
Yeah, it was, hey, 80s, man. Everybody did cocaine and did a lot of cocaine in the 80s. But
now here's a guy that's probably a pedophile.
That was funny. He was all like, yeah, usually I'm a hit with the 14 to 18-year-old crowd.
It was so terrible. I was like, I can't believe they like showed this on TV, dude.
Yeah, it's like the way I used to get hit by defensive backs. I hit on those 14-year-olds. Chris Collinsworth, tell you what, a big play there. Oh.
Here's a guy.
Yeah,
I like listening to Chris Collinsworth on Sunday Night Football. I think he's a good announcer.
I hate Chris Collinsworth. I hate him so much. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, I'm about to make a reel out of this.
My favorite thing about Chris Collinsworth was when they would do games with Al Michaels and there'd be like an incredible play and there'd be like that moment of silence and he'd be like, yeah, I just can't believe what I just saw. That was... It was he'd just be all stunned. I liked those moments when there was silence for like a second, and they were like, "Oh my god!"
Al Michaels the one that would do the Rose Bowls?
I think so. He would. No, that was Keith Jackson, right?
He would do like the Rose Bowl, and he would do like Michigan versus Ohio State, or like just like
he might have been
big games, like.
Yeah, he might have been. He's done all the big games. I think he's done the World Series. But Keith Jackson, I think, he was the one that was like, whoa, Neller.
Yeah, that was it.
He did the 06 Rose Bowl with the Texas and USC. This is last
Oh,
one.
man, the Rose Bowl before that. Oh, that was rough, dude. When Vince Young beat Michigan. So, like, I left at halftime because Michigan was up by like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Really?
And then Vince Young came back to win that game. And that was my first experience with losing money betting because I lived in Texas, so everybody was Texas fans.
Yeah.
I bet against like everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Rose Bowl. The tradition of the Rose Bowl is kind of going to be gone now because like all those teams in the Big Ten are like not. I guess.
Well, when you think about it, now every game's a Rose Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just all the Rose Bowl. It's the pompous of circumstance of football, college football now. Every game's the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
At least in the Big Ten.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Ohio State's gonna be on at like 9:30 at night. Good luck. People are gonna hate that. People are gonna be pissed.
Well, like the Pac-10 teams that came over, they have to do a lot of the traveling.
Yeah, like USC and yeah, that's true. I guess when Ohio State and all of them have to go there, it just doesn't make any sense.
So did you see that
geologically
Texas and Michigan are doing so like Texas is at Michigan this next year, and then so the year after that Michigan will be at Texas.
Yeah, so they're doing a home and home. A lot of those games will be at like neutral sites. Remember when Michigan played Alabama and they played them in Dallas? Like they played them at Jerry World.
Yeah. What was the reason for that?
I think I don't know. It's like the beginning of college football that year. So they played at Cowboys Stadium.
Zach, who's your college team?
Fuck, I don't know. I'll take those fucking Mormons. I don't know, BYU. Isn't it crazy they get to stay there till they're like in their 20s, their late 20s, and they go to the NFL? Those pedophile. I mean, those guys. I don't know.
Who was the pedophile at BYU?
There's probably a lot.
I know, but his last name's probably Young.
Bring
It's like Steve. Steve isn't
Steve Young.
Yeah, Steve Young. trying to think of a
it's
good
literally
tag.
Brigham Young.
Stefan,
It's
Oh
Brigham
yeah,
Young
he
University.
was the pedophile. Brigham Young was the
Brigham
pedophile.
Young, yeah.
That's what you were saying. I get it now.
He was just calling Mormons pedophiles in general, I think.
A lot of them, yeah. I don't know. Mormons, yeah, they're not. They're. Whew.
Dum 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 dum.
Try to stay away from those guys.
I'm telling you, if they gotta go out and do their venture, what are the shit they have to do before they? I don't even know. It's crazy.
I think I met one Mormon my whole life. It was some weird kid in high school. He liked NASCAR though, so I'd talk NASCAR with him. But I don't
Zach,
remember
I think
his
you're
name.
thinking of the Amish when they have to go out, like, was it Rosh
Yeah,
Hashanah?
that's Rumspringa. I think.
Rumspringa. Yeah.
Now they have to go out and like do their bidding or whatever the hell it is. I forgot because I had somewhere I used to live at, these apartments, and it was weird. And they were videotaping me play music, and they probably thought I was a Satanist or something. I
Oh
don't know.
no, you're talking about where they have to just go out and recruit.
Yeah, for a couple of years.
Where they're on their bikes.
Yeah, they're on bikes, and they're like, we're over here picking up and building fences for these people over here. It's like, that's fucking weird, man. Nobody just does that. Like, what kind of fucking weirdo are you? Yeah, you come
I
from
had
Utah?
this friend, and we're not friends anymore because I had sex with his girlfriend.
Well, that'll happen.
But he was raised. He's not Mormon anymore, but he was raised Mormon, and he told me that Mormons are taught to smile with their eyes. So like when you meet a Mormon and they look so nice, like they're just like unnaturally happy and nice, it's because they're taught that as a child to smile with their eyes.
Yeah, that's weird. But I guess that makes. How do you smile with your eyes?
Makes sense.
So
Do you do this?
So a real smile, like no, it's not that. Like a real smile, like when someone like genuinely like smiles and is genuinely happy, you can see it in their eyes. It's not fake. They're not forcing
So it's
themselves.
like-
It's a natural thing.
It's like this.
No, that's not.
How do you? I'm trying to figure out how to smile with my eyes.
They do their mouth a little bit, and they'll do like the eye work. I think I've seen them do it to me. They did do that. It's fucking
No, it's
crazy,
just
man.
like anytime you see someone smile and it's real, like that's smiling with their eyes.
So it's like this, like
no, that's
They put
that's not it.
the
at
eye
all.
work in. This motherfuckers do, man. They got it all down. God damn it.
Oh, I know what you're. It's like we're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure out how to smile with my eyes. God damn it.
They're just
I don't
like
think
Nazis,
you have the ability,
yeah.
because of the whole.
Yeah, that's true.
Tism.
I forgot about that.
Like Nazis, they smile with their eyes, and that's when they get you.
I love how we started this podcast talking about Nazis, and then we're just like downing on Mormons
Yeah.
and like.
Yeah, that's the Nazis did some good.
I mean,
That's what you said at the beginning.
We're like the Nazis, they had a lot of advances in science,
heard.
but Mormons,
Yeah,
what have they ever
fucking
done?
idiots.
What have they ever done for us?
The only thing Mormons ever did that was cool was like have a bunch of wives.
The only thing that Mormons ever made that was cool was Steve Young.
Yeah, that probably. Who else went to BYU? Jim McMahon went there. Zach Wilson,
oh yeah.
former BYU.
See, but none of their names are Young. Like Steve
Yeah,
Young
Steve
is the
Young
actual
is the-
descendant
Yeah,
of Brigham Young.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Steve Young. Man, what a talent.
I heard that new Indiana Jones movie was going to be about Mormon Nazis. No, I don't know.
It's called Legends of the Hidden.
Nazis.
Yeah, the Nazi.
Dum 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 dum.
That's from Spirit of Mormon, right? To the dum dum.
It's from South Park.
Yeah, that they I remember that was they also made that was what was Spirit of Mormon was
The
based
Book of
off.
Mormon.
Yeah, Book of Mormon. Yeah, not Spirit of Mormon.
Yeah, so I saw the Book of Mormon. I think it was at like the Wortham Center, and it was amazing. First
Yeah,
of all,
I heard it was
and then
great.
also, so there was like people that were obviously Mormon that didn't know that it was a satirical comedy about how stupid Mormons are, and so like literally 5 seconds in, like 100 people left.
Wow, that's how you walk a room. They
And
walk
those
the
tickets
crowd.
were expensive, dude.
Yeah.
They were hundreds of dollars each.
Idiots. They walk the crowd.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
dude, it's so crazy. They're like, it's like, so they go to Africa, right? And it's like this dude, one dude's like, I have to fuck this baby, and he's like, what? You can't fuck this baby. He's like, no, I have to fuck this baby because that's, the witch doctor told me that's how I'll get rid of my AIDS. And he's like, no. It says here in the Book of Mormon that you have to fuck a frog, and then they're like, it's like I must fuck the frog. Like it's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like the South Park guys are insane.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but they just do it.
Yeah, I don't know how they get away with it.
Yeah, I don't either. I guess it's so obvious to some people to people with any nuance that it's like, oh, this is a joke.
Well, I love how South Park started. So it was like they made this video with construction paper, and then it just like got copied, and then celebrities were just passing it around, passing around copies of it.
Yeah.
And George Clooney was like the one that was like trying to find them and all that stuff. So
yeah, I think that he did the voice of the cat in that early episode where the cat orgy episode. That was George Clooney who did the voice of the cat. Yeah, that was George Clooney.
Right.
Not a lot of people know that. George Clooney.
George Clooney.
I like the episode where they have the Scientologist, and it's like Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
Yeah, he's like,
and then they're like, oh, you want to sue us? Go ahead, fucking sue us. And then the credits, and it just says everyone's name is John Smith and James Smith.
Yeah, that was great. The one thing about South Park I loved was that episode 201. That it was the one where they show the picture of Muhammad, and then at the end it's just like Kyle and Stan are talking, and it's just beep. Just press the button. It's just like
Oh, the button.
yeah, it's just like I'm talking, and it's just a long beep. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah. But if you hear the unedited version, it actually makes a lot of sense. They're all like, yeah, if somebody disagrees with you or says something that offends you, the best way to make them stop is to threaten violence. Do it, yeah, is to threaten. And then like Santa Claus is explaining, he's all like, yeah, it's all about violence is damn, you didn't press the beep again. I was expecting the beep, but you just pressed another soundboard. But
Yeah, it's all kinds of soundboards.
Jesus.
violence does pretty much erase everything, though. If you threaten to kill somebody, they're gonna stop doing it more than likely.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, unless you're Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah. My favorite.
Let's mess around with these voices.
Canadians on
South Park were my favorite. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
Hey, pal. I'm not your buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm not your friend.
Hey there, Terrence. Hey. Somebody on that show made a guest appearance, and they weren't Canadian. They were Canadian, but they didn't talk like that. I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember who it was either.
Might have been her. Yeah, might have been Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Was Jennifer Love Hewitt Canadian?
I don't think so. No.
Real.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Who's Canadian? Somebody get Geddy Lee.
Justin Bieber's Canadian.
Yeah, that's true. No, Jennifer Love Hewitt's from Waco, Texas.
That's who I stomped it out. That song's so creepy. I don't understand why it got popular. Ferris Bueller. Jim, what? Go ahead.
Could you imagine making that song and thinking it's a joke? And then planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary.
Robot cheers.
Don't you tell me.
To stop. You hear the song, yeah? What? I don't know. What?
This is fun.
Yeah. All right, Zach, what do you think?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like the airplane pilot one the best.
Sound like go back to the other.
Hey, it's Satan. Satan commands you. God damn it, what did he do? Dude, that does sound just like it. Ooh, I'm your ex-wife's sick. Oh, I've come to take
The rest of anything you used to have. Wait, that sounds like a baby.
No, this one sounds like, what's the movie, Poltergeist? It's like, to go through the... go through the door.
It sounds kind of like the aliens on Toy Story. It's like, the claw. Good Lord.
So easy to entertain people sometimes.
Do your pilot impression.
This is your captain speaking. Right now we're about 25,000 feet above the ground. We're currently flying over Fargo, North Dakota. If you look down, there is a man getting beaten with a cane. If you look to the left, you can see Mount Rushmore. If you look straight ahead, you can see a man trying to slit his wrist because he lost another bet. Giannis Antetokounmpo was supposed to get 32. He got 31.
It's always one less.
Yeah.
Man, we were having so much fun doing this that I forgot to, like, change the camera. So I think it's just on Zach, like, the majority of the time.
Well, we gotta do it again.
Yeah,
We'll do it live.
yeah, we'll do. Fuck it.
We'll do it live! You got a fucking dart in your neck. One of those post office letters released today or something.
All right. I think we had enough fun with that.
Yeah.
Man, we are going on 53 minutes.
That's a long time.
This is about 20 minutes longer than our longest one so far. So I think we'll go ahead and end it there. Oh, wait, we forgot to answer the questions. Let's see.
Yeah, what's the question?
Let's do the questions.
Yeah,
Let's see if
answer the
anybody even
question.
asked.
Answer the question.
What's in the box? What's in the goddamn box? Ah.
What's in the box? I still haven't seen all that movie. It's
Really?
I get too sick.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I get too
What
sick.
movie is that?
7.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie sucks.
It's like one of the greatest movies of all time, according to IMDb.
Isn't it like Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey
yeah.
kills a pregnant woman. Spoilers, by the way.
If you ever
Spoiler alert. All right. So I'll ask the question, and then Zach will answer first,
Okay.
and then Trey will answer, and then I'll answer. All right. So my mom asks, what is the first thing you would purchase if you won the big lottery? Zach.
I don't know. This is a hard question. There's so much. I get a cruise ship. It's in the background right now. But I'd probably, I don't know.
Speaking of Kevin Spacey, he just pulled a Kaiser Sose.
A little bit, yeah.
Robots. I get lots of robots, and I'd make them do stuff. I don't know. I'd just work. I'd be I turn myself into a transformer. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, that works. Yep, I'm done. That's it.
All right, Trey, what would you buy if you won the big lottery?
I'd probably go to Lids and buy every single hat in the store. I'd be like, I want that one. I want that one. I'd just be buying hats.
Big hat guy, huh?
Yeah, I like hats a lot. Yeah, I'd probably just buy a bunch of hats. I'd buy every hat in Lids.
The first thing that I would buy if I won the big lottery would be whatever my mom wanted, to be honest. Like the first, like I don't, whatever she wanted first, whether it be a house or whatever, that would be the first thing. And then I would go to Vegas and then just like have a week of debauchery and probably die, but it would be a good time.
I'm a prickly pear.
All right, Renea Martinez. Oh, hey Renea, how's Hawaii? Hurry up and come home. Let's see. Do you ever feel like punching someone in the face would make your day, Zach?
Fucking every day. There's this schizophrenic lady.
Wait a second. So you could punch anybody to make your day. It would be a schizophrenic lady.
Yeah, she really was asking for it today.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't tell where or why, but I hope somebody hit her in the face. I mean, I didn't. I wouldn't do that. You know, it's okay. That's all.
So let me get this straight. On this podcast, we have said that Nazis did good.
Yeah, they did some good.
We have talked shit about an entire religion, and now Zach is
punching
not mentally
to mention
ill women.
She don't count. She's not a real person. I mean,
all right. Before we all get canceled, Trey, do you ever feel like punching someone in the face would make your day?
Yeah, I think every now and again. Back when I was younger, I would just think about hauling off and hitting everybody, Tom, Dick, and Harry. But now that I'm a bit older and wiser, I think that if I hit somebody, I'd feel really sad. And I'd be like, oh, damn, that guy's hurt. Oh, yeah, I guess it would make my day. I don't know.
This is going to make me sound terrible, but the people that I fantasize about, like, just fucking stealing off on them, or like people that work at restaurants that fuck up my food. Because and you know what? It's one thing if they're like apologetic about it, but when they just like they don't care about like anything, I'm just like, God, I just want to punch you in the face. So bad.
It's I feel that. Like if you say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. My bad." It's just like, "Oh, okay, no worries." You just move on with your day, but they're like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." And then you just like, any Popeyes ever. You go
My bad.
Yeah.
All right, we got to change the subject before we get racist. All right, Morgan, my baby mama, asks again, why is our daughter cooler than we will ever be? Zach, why is my daughter cooler than I will ever be?
Fuck, man, because I mean, look at me. She doesn't look like this. So, I mean, she's already doing way fucking better. So, I mean, that's my answer on that one.
All right, Trey, why is my daughter way cooler than I will ever be?
She has that ASMR video series that she's doing.
Dude, she's just like so like she has like style, like fashion sense. Like she can pull off like the 90s look better than I did in the 90s. Like I was there.
That's
Lisa
cool.
Frank.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one that it's a good one. Should they make steroids legal in pro sports, Zach?
Oh, fuck, this is hard. Yeah. I mean, they might as well. I feel like everybody's doing it. I mean, why not? Fuck. I don't have a better take on this, but I don't got it in my head right now.
Trey.
Maybe you could form like a separate league. Maybe you could just let them all like go to like the steroid league and just let them smash the fuck out of the ball and hit like 99 home runs a season. I don't know. Steroids are cool, but I still think that people are doing them like in sports. I just think they just beat the tests.
All right, so I am very opinionated about this one because I was 12 years old, 11 years old, roughly, when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa were breaking the fucking records.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want every fucking athlete to be on steroids. I want sports to be as entertaining as possible.
Right.
Like it needs to be mandatory for athletes to do steroids because I want to see what the human body is really capable of. I want to see 15 home runs in a game. I want to see linebackers that can bench press 500 pounds.
Yeah,
I want to see it all. I want to see people that can just jump over fucking walls. Like I want it so bad because it makes it so much better. And maybe then, only then, will they start hitting the fucking overs.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought of it like that.
Can I add in on this? I'd like to see my porn stars also doing lots of steroids.
Yeah, because their balls shrink.
Yeah, and just fucking the shit like really hard, just going at it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it gets boring these days. So
A little bit, yeah.
I'm sorry I went off on that rant there,
That's
guys.
okay.
But I feel like that's going to make a good clip.
Yeah.
All right. Last question from my sister, Chrissy. What are 3 fictional characters from TV and movies that describe you as a person? Zach?
Fucking
Hold on. Zach, I want you to actually answer this question instead of just being like, I don't know. So like 3 characters, movies, TV shows. We'll even throw in like bands or musicians, whatever. 3 that describe you as a person. Go.
Okay. Music wise, there's all right. There's that kid on Dazed and Confused. Maybe movie wise, I don't know. Looked like the one that played pitcher a little bit.
Yeah, the Tim
A little
Lincecum
bit, yeah,
looking.
Yeah.
when you were young.
Not anymore. Now it looked like fucking Merle Haggard. Which I like that. Ernest, I loved Jim Varney.
Ernest becomes a mailman.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Fuck. Who's another one?
Student musician.
Musician. This is difficult.
God damn it, Zach. You can never answer the questions.
I can't think. I know it. There's
All right,
people
Jim Varney, the guy from Dazed and Confused. Now just pick a random fucking metal guitar player that you listen to.
What about a porn star? Fucking.
You can do it, Zach. I believe in you. You can answer this question. Just literally, just any
hard.
guitar metal player.
Steve Vai.
Steve Vai. There we go. He's
Great
answered
one.
the question. All right.
Virtuoso.
All right. 3 movie or TV characters that describe you.
I'd like to say number 1 probably would be Rain Man for obvious reasons.
Very good
Dustin
character.
Hoffman, yeah. I'd like to say another one would be another fictional character. I'm gonna say Arnold from Hey Arnold.
He's right there on the wall.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, he is, isn't he? It was a Freudian type thing. But yeah, I'd like to say no. I'd like to be. Who's the big fat one with the tooth?
Harold.
Yeah, I'd like to say Harold. I relate to Harold. He's like, ooh,
He's a bully.
yeah. No, I'm not a bully. Who's the one underneath Harold?
Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene. I'm a lot like Eugene.
You're like Eugene in Harold's body.
Yeah, exactly. And the last one would probably be Cat Dog. Does that count as 2?
Yeah, there you go.
Cat Dog, funny story about Cat Dog. I had an Aunt Louise back in my day, and Cat Dog would come on Nickelodeon frequently, and she would get she'd get really angry that it was on. She'd be like, "That ain't right. A cat can't be with a dog. God didn't make cats to be with dogs." And she would just get pissed off. She'd be like, Y'all ain't allowed to watch this. This is disgusting.
How the song goes, like one fun day it was a wolf and a bird.
Cat dog. Alone in the world. Look at dog. Great show.
All right. So 3 TV or movie characters that would describe me. Stupidity wise, I'd say Michael Kelso. Not like, I don't think I look like him or anything, but I just think that I can be as dumb as Michael Kelso from that 70s show.
Kelso.
Kelso's great. Yeah.
Is that the Danny Matt? No, that's
No, that was
thank
that was
God.
Hyde. Let's see. Billy Bob from Varsity Blues. And Latimer from The Program.
Oh, it's the
Latimer.
best. Latimer.
Dude, speaking of steroids, like you guys seen The Program?
Oh
haven't seen
yeah.
it.
Fucking puts his head through the window. He's like, Coach.
So The Program is about like a fictional college called like ESU.
Oh, yeah. I've seen clips.
Latimer is a defensive lineman that's on steroids.
Yeah.
And like I just idolized that character as a child, and like I wanted to take steroids and just be as good at football as I could possibly be. So then like there's a scene in the movie where they put out like the list of the depth chart, like the starters and stuff, and it's like he's finally a starter, and he's like, "Whoa, place at the table, yeah!" And he goes and he like puts his head through a windshield outside.
I gotta watch that when I get home.
Yeah, it's great, dude. It's so good. So when I finally made varsity football and they put the list out, like, and I was like number 1 in the depth chart, I was like just ecstatic. You know what I mean? Like I can't even describe how good it felt. And I was like, I was just like quoting that movie. I was like, yeah, starting offense, place at the table. And like I called my dad and told him, he's like, I didn't even like say that, and he immediately said the movie quote to me. He was like, place at the table.
Yeah.
So it was a good.
You should have put your head through the windshield just to make it as realistic as you
like,
could.
goddamn, son, it's all right.
You love this movie.
He's like, I'm proud of you, but fuck, that's gonna be expensive.
That's great. I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
It's so good.
The
It's James Caan.
Oh, okay.
James Caan is the
Rest
coach.
in peace.
And is James Caan dead too?
Yeah.
I'm so tired of finding out that people died on this
James
podcast.
Caan,
It sounds like older than me. He's like 40 something.
Not a lot of
50
people
or
know
whatever.
this, but James Caan brought the first franchise championship of any sport to Houston when he won the rollerball championship for the Houston Energy. So
James Caan, his son was his son was Tweeter from on speaking of football
Varsity
movies.
Blues.
His son was Tweeter.
oh yeah, it's a 10.
That was Billy Bob that said that.
That is.
He was like,
I didn't like Varsity Blues, to be honest
get
with
the
you.
fuck out of my house. That movie was so good, dude. I don't want your life.
I don't want your life. Yeah.
I don't want your life.
Just wanted that part where he's like, where his dad gets in the face. He's like, throw the fucking pigskin.
Fire that fucking pigskin. I like that movie because it's so realistic. If you ever played football in Texas in
Yeah.
high school, it's very realistic.
Did so that movie's similar in a sense to that's what they made Friday Night Lights off of. That was the offshoot. of
No,
that.
so Friday Night Lights was an offshoot of the movie
Friday Night
Lights,
Lights,
which was
yeah.
a book, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights. Great show. Liked it when it was on.
I never watched the show because it seemed kind of like more made for chicks.
Yeah.
The movie was great though.
Yeah, they lost the game on that fumble, right? Spoilers, everybody.
It happened in 1989, so
Yeah.
I feel like we can do it. All right, so an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, we
All right, well, let's go ahead and call it. Trey, thank you for coming by. Thank you for
course.
telling the story.
Thank you for having me.
It felt natural. That lasted 3 times as long as normal.
Of course.
So that's what she said. All right, Zach, final
says
words.
Take her to the sweet asses for me or us or whatever. I don't know. Nipples.
Trey, final words.
Yeah, so if you're don't scratch the clit. I don't know.
I can't top that. I'm gonna have to go with also don't scratch the clit. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever platform you choose. I hope y'all have a good night, good day, good morning.